The stinky fuck next to me apologizes because he smells so fucking bad. I tell him that I didn't notice, even though it's so damn obvious that I'm holding on to dear life sitting next to this fool. He tries to make conversation with me, even though I do not know why. He asks me where I'm headed, and I tell him Oceanside, which is fucking weird because that's the only place this bus is going to. I think he eventually gets bored and turns to the other guy with the Walkman. The stinky man tells the other man that he is a musician before I continue. I do not want to confuse you by saying this man talked to this man and you do not know who the fuck is who. I will clear it up right now. The stinky man is the man who sat next to me and begged to get on the bus. I will name him Stinky, like from Hey Arnold, but don't think of a tall big-nosed kid. Think of some ugly motherfucker with a jean jacket covered in paint. The other guy is the guy with the Walkman, the same fucker who didn't give me any toilet paper, so I threw water over his stall and he got mad at me for no reason. I will name him piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck. So, anyways, Stinky and piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck start talking and they seem really friendly to each other. But, when Stinky switches seats from next to me to next to piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck, piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck realizes that Stinky smells so fucking bad. I can't help but laugh my booty butt off. Stinky tells piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck that he is a musician. Oh my god, that name is so fucking long. Let's see, highlight command C. AWWWW yeah. So, Stinky tells piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck that he plays guitar for a living. How the hell do you play guitar for a living and smell like a fucking burnt piece of shit? Piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck can't help but cover his nose, and I don't blame him because Stinky smells fucking terrible. So now, every time piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck talks, he sounds nasally, but I do not think Stinky notices. Stinky then asks what piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck does for a living, and piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck tells him he does a little bit of this and that, this and that, this and that. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? That you like to play with ball sacks? What about test T-balls? Do you like test T-balls? I think he might illegally go to men's locker rooms and clean up the spot between the weenie and the balls. You know, that part that feels good to scratch when it's a really hot sweaty day. That part people tell me it's a good CH, but every time I say it I feel like a fucking moron. I see an open spot near the front of the bus and I run over to it. I do not want to listen to Stinky and piece of shit goddamn son of a fuck ramble on about how great their lives are. I sit down near the front, and the bus driver nods a hello to me. I nod back. She asks me how I am doing and I tell her I am fine. Even though I feel like dying after being next to Stinky. The bus driver is a really nice lady, even though I thought she was a man at first. She was not ugly or anything, I just didn't look at her, but she was nice. When we made another stop, some people got off, and some came inside. Ha ha ha. Got off and came inside do not belong in the same sentence anyways. This girl sits down next to me. I feel awkward because she sat down right between me and the bus driver. I nod a hello at her, but she doesn't care. Either that, or she did not see me. The trip is so awkward because I don't like sitting next to people who do not talk. Actually, I take that back. I do not like sitting. Then again, I'd rather sit next to her than someone who will kill me with her stink. That was a Stinky reference if you didn't know. I make eye contact with the girl next to me and I say hello, but she does not say anything.
What the fuck?
She does not even smile. I was like, well okay, this is awkward. So I turn my head to look out the window. The trip shouldn't take too long. I decide to listen to music on the way to Oceanside. I plug my headphones in and listen to some tunes. I like this song that goes like, da-do-do-do, da-do-do-do. I'm glad I'm not a robot, otherwise I would have sounded like an idiot. I finally make it to Oceanside, but it's only about 5:30. I don't think any of my friends are available right now. I say thank you to the bus driver because I am a really nice person and I stretch. When I leave the bus, I then stretch the rest of my body. I love riding the bus because it makes me feel good knowing that people cannot afford cars. JK, that's fucked up. The bus drops me off at the Oceanside Transit Center and go to a candy machine because I am hungry. The candy I want is a fucking $1.75, and the only quarters I have are really shiny, like they've never been in any of a stripper's holes. I like shiny things, so I decide to disregard the candy and walk over to the Sunset Market. I hate going here alone because I look like a fucking loner. I walk around the market maybe 28 times and pretend to look at things, even though I don't have any fucking cash. There are some pretty cool people here. I know them from when I used to live here. I take that back. I know of them. I do not know them personally. There are some cool people who work here though, like the man who sells hot dogs. He dressed up in a hot dog costume. He seems like a really cool dude, even though I hardly buy dogs from him. I prefer dogs that are still moving when I eat them. JK, that's sick. There is also that guy who sells yogurt and gives out free samples. I had a few, but I never actually bought any. I feel bad, but next time I see him, I will buy some. Don't lie to yourself, Kevin, you bastard.